So for about a few weeks now, I've been attending D&D sessions with my friend Keito. She had been wanting to play D&D for a long time now, as most of her clients play D&D, while most of her commissions are basically D&D characters. Okay, to be fair, she literally dragged me to play D&D with her. I was totally unprepared and the session was already due the next day. So I literally only had a few hours to learn about the basics of D&D. That's a lot of pressure. She told me that I had to create a character that was flawed. This would be so that the character had actual character development. Because if you make a Mary Sue, how are you going to develop that character, right? After bringing my remaining brain cells after the school term ended, I decided to go with the support class. My character is a gay dwarf bard. His name is Tordek and he is a beautiful ginger man, bard, dwarf. Tordek took up the bardic ways instead of the warrior ways from his dwarf lineage. This was because Tordek was ostracized in his society for being rather different. Turned away by his fellow brethren, he decided to travel the world to find acceptance. Okay, so back to me studying the basics of D&D. Apparently, coming into the game without knowing much of anything, this includes hit dice, spell checks, and whatnot. It's really a confusing mess. I had to read so much and yet I didn't understand. I read the 5e player manual and I still didn't understand. Well, I did understand some parts, but I just said, As we know, D&D requires a dice set. This includes the D4, D6, D8, D10, 0 to 9, D10, 0 to 90, D12, D20, each corresponding to the number of faces present on the dice. Depending on the player actions used, you have to roll a certain dice to determine success or failure rates of the given action, or for damage and healing. The players are also given a character sheet to fill in the information of their character, race, background, class, equipment, proficiency, and spells. So, for spells, there are different types of spells: level 1 spells, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and so on and so forth. There is also known as level 0 spells, also known as cantrips. So for most spells, there are only a set uses you may use for that spell, or for those level spells, before running out of spell slots. So for level 1, you only have 2 spell slots, meaning you can only use them twice until a long rest. However, for cantrips, otherwise known as level 0 spells, they are unlimited. You can use them for as many times as you want in the playthrough for as much as you want. So the best cantrip for a bard is known as the Vicious Mockery. The Vicious Mockery, as its name states, is literally just an insult ability. Insult your enemy to death. Yeah, insult your enemy to death. You can use Vicious Mockery as many times as you want. It deals a rather low damage because you only use a 1d4 dice. However, you inflict a disadvantage to your opponent. So what does this mean? Sometimes a special ability or spell tells you that you have a disadvantage or advantage on an ability check, a saving throw, or an attack roll. When that happens, you roll a second d20 when you make the roll. You use the higher of the two rolls if you have advantage, and use the lower roll if you have disadvantage. It's very easy. Since I am playing as a bard, he also has a skill known as the Bardic Inspiration. On your turn, you can give Bardic Inspiration to any of your party members to provide a significant boost to their actions. The total amount of Bardic Inspiration you can use before a long rest is determined by your Charisma modifier. During our first session, I didn't even use it because I didn't know that it was a spell because I didn't read about it. So, read your character. So, your character. Don't make the DM angry. Study your background, study your character, study the race of your character, study the class of your character, understand your character's skills. Why did you not use Bardic Inspiration? What is Bardic Inspiration? Being a bard, my character is naturally charismatic and has proficiency in musical instruments. Who would have guessed? I just wanna go to town to perform and earn gold for our conquest because we really need more potions. What happens? The people throw rocks at you. The rocks critically damages you, and you sustain heavy damage. Cool. Great. Honestly, so far I'm having so much fun playing D&D. I've yet to finalize which bard college I'll pick because all of them sound really good. However, I do not want to pick College of Whispers because it's too a G-boy for me. I'm planning on taking either Glamour or Valor. Currently, our party members are all finally level 2, and we can finally have new spells to play with. Also, you can follow Keito Potato here. She already drew our characters! Tada! Look how beautiful it is! Anyways, thank you for listening. I hope I can share more about our D&D sessions in the future.